Good morning, my beauties. It's so good to see you and happy Friday. Yay, it's Friday. Okay, I know it's late, and I know you're probably thinking at this point, I'm not going to get my fifth video in the Foundation University series, but guess again. Truth be told, I've actually had to work up the gumption to do this video. Why? Because it's our fifth and final foundation solution that's not really a foundation. And it's very daring. It could be an experiment going horribly wrong before we're all done. And the reason I say that is because I have never tried this technique. I've never done my foundation in this way before. I've watched many videos of it being done, and I've always been kind of afraid to try it. So we're going to do that today, live in person with you, and hope that I don't come out looking like Frankenstein, which is the worst possible scenario, but rather hope that it comes out really good. So, ladies, if it's an experiment gone wrong, just laugh with me, not at me, okay? All right, so what am I talking about, right? Instead of using any of our basic foundations, there's a fifth way to apply some of the face products without using actual foundation, but using it as a foundation. What am I talking about specifically? I'm talking about our Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer. And not just one of them, not just two of them, but actually three of them simultaneously being applied to my face in strategic areas all at one time. It's going to look very freakish when I get them on, but then once I start blending them, you'll see, hopefully, the way it's supposed to look. Okay, so the tool I'm going to be using today are our blending buds. They're already damp. They're actually very damp. Just the water itself squeezed out to leave them pretty damp. Why am I going to use these? Because they're finer and easier to apply very strategically to different places on your face. Okay? So, remember, we've talked all week long about putting on your foundation, and then in the last 2 days, ways to highlight, to bring these areas to the forefront by making them lighter. These areas, putting them in shadow by making them darker. In this process, we're going to do all three of those things at one time, and you'll see what I'm saying. So I'm going to start with the light. This is not the lightest color we have. This is actually Velour, which is the third lightest, but I'm going to start there, and I am going to apply this in the strategic areas that we discussed throughout the week. I'm going to put it in all of the areas I want to be lighter than the rest. And again, you're going to laugh at how this looks initially, because I'm actually just going to put them on very liberally to these areas, right? I'm not going to rub them in entirely. It's just going to sit where it's supposed to sit, right? Oh yeah, looking freaky already. Very freaky already. How about that? All right, that's the lightest shade in the strategic areas where it's supposed to be. Then we're going to take the darkest shade. In this case, it's Charmeuse. It's not our darkest shade, actually. It's a very dark shade above what I normally wear. And it's going to go in the areas that we want to shadow. Again, this is going to look funny, but stay with me here. Get a little bit more. And again, we're just putting these in the area. We're not working it into the skin at this point. I'm just working on the areas that I want to be in shadow. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Let's hope this comes out the way it's supposed to. If not, please again, laugh with me. Okay, it's gonna go along the hairline at the top. I don't know about this. And along the jawline. Okay, I'm kind of feeling a little like Geronimo at this point. Getting ready to go out to battle. How's it looking? Weird, weird. Okay, next we're going to go to the central color. The central color that I wear is typically chiffon and or satin. In this case, it's chiffon that I'm using. And again, I'm just putting a little bit on the sponge. And now I'm going to put it in all of the places that I have not placed the lighter or darker shades. I don't know, you could almost equate me to an impressionist painting right now. This is really weird. Really, really, really weird. But we're doing it. This is how I've seen it done. And I'm just praying that this comes out okay. Okay? That's the best we can hope for. Okay. A little bit more. Can't really see what I'm doing. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys know that Lori Morgan song, Putting on My War Paint. It's one of my favorite songs to sing in karaoke, but can I tell you, I think I'm living it right now. Because that's all I'm seeing is war paint. How about you? Little strange, huh? Alright. So, I think we've gotten the majority of every area at least covered, dabbed, whatever you want to call it, in this concealer. And now it's all about blending. So you're just going to take your blending bud and work it across your face very carefully, more dabbing than rubbing, just to make sure all of this is worked into the skin. When we finish, we should have a nice, smooth surface, just as you do when you do your foundation, but with a little highlighting and contouring as well. Should be lighter in these areas, as it appears to be, darker in these areas, which it appears to be, and yet your normal color transitioning between the two to bridge the gap. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's blending and it looks so cool. Who would have thought of using one of these, or three of these concealers even, as actual foundation? Look, you guys, it blends beautifully. I've got the deeper tones where they need to be, the lighter tones where they need to be, and the standard color has blended the two together beautifully. I can't believe this. Can't believe I haven't tried this before. This is so awesome. Now, because this is a concealer, you would typically want to set it with a powder. The concealer is a little on the thicker side, more dense than standard foundation. So I would not want to use the Touch Mineral Powder myself because that's opaque as well, and for me would be a little heavy. So what I'm going to do, just to set it, is use our mineral concealers. I have Frivolous, which is close to my basic color, and I have Fresh, which is what I would use in the lighter portions. So on the lighter portions, I'll take my powder puff brush. I could also take a smaller brush as well, such as this, and I might go ahead and use that for the lighter shade. And because it has a little bit of a point to it, it'll get in underneath my eyes really nicely. That just sets it. Sets the concealer very well. And then I'll take Frivolous. I also like Foxy. Foxy's a great color for me as well. And I will just blend it across the darker areas. Oh my gosh, you guys. I would have never thought that this would really work this well. This is so amazingly cool. I love it. All right, so what do you think? Is it a Frankenstein moment or a model moment? I like it. I hope you guys do too. If you have any questions about this technique, want to learn how to do it in person, want to get some color matching done on this solution or any of the foundations that we've talked about through the week, by all means, reach out to me, send me a message. I'll be happy to help you and happy to help you find the best solution for you. Now, one thing, can you do this with the makeup that you currently have? Sure you can. You can use any of these techniques with the makeup that you currently have. I can't speak to the results using different makeup as I've been using Younique for the last year and a half, and quite frankly, I've not used any of these techniques until I started using Younique. I didn't even know them, to be honest. But I hope you've enjoyed this week. It's been a great week for me. Hope you've learned some things. And again, if you have questions, never hesitate to reach out. Again, happy Friday. Have a wonderful week. And take care, my friends.